Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mike Edwards Theater for our second annual Mr. Spartan Pageant. I hope you're ready to have a good time. We ask that you do one thing: have a good time, cheer, yell, but do not be rude or inconsiderate to any of the contestants. What we would like to do right now is introduce you to the 1996 Mr. Spartan Contestants. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for our 1996 contestants? At this time, I would like to introduce you very quickly to Miss Corrado, as she's going to introduce our judges. And a round of applause for our hard-working stage crew also. And now you're going to get to meet each of them individually. We're going to give you a brief rundown of what makes these people what they are, and then they'll get a chance to tell you why they want to be Mr. Spartan. Our first contestant, Mr. Vaughn Stewart. Vaughn's an 18-year-old senior. He doesn't have much spare time, but when he does, he likes hanging out at his house with his friends, not coming to class like mine. They usually end up playing Nintendo and eating all the food in sight. Although sleep in his life is only an added bonus, he enjoys doing it. He plays varsity football, varsity track, and runs track and field for Cimarron. He's also in the National Honor Society. He enjoys camping, hunting, snow skiing, and going to the lake. he's also earned an Eagle Scout. Besides flirting with females, the valuable lesson Vaughn has learned from CMHS is how to talk to and meet people easier. He has also learned how to write a good essay without even knowing what he's talking about. He's been told that he has a nice smile. In fact, one of his greatest talents is his ability to smile in almost any situation. He likes to listen to all sorts of varied music in the mood of his company. He likes country, but he also likes rock and roll. Vaughn's most embarrassing moment for all of you to enjoy. I was out on the lake riding off the back of a boat on an inner tube. As the driver made a sharp turn, my life became endangered and it sent me tumbling across the water. When I emerged, my swimming trunks were disintegrated. Vaughn also says he's a pretty passive guy and friends with almost everyone. He always tries to be in a good mood. Mr. Stewart, why do you want to be Mr. Spartan?
Spartan should be a well-rounded person. I think he should represent what all the students at CMHS should be. I think I have these qualities and I like to portray that.
Our second contestant is Mr. Geoffrey Taylor. Jeff's 18 years old. He's a DECA student. He's participating in the fashion show on April 17th. In his spare time, he enjoys reading car and stereo magazines, working out at the Q. He likes watching Dodger baseball, customizing his Honda, and debating. His hobbies and activities include being active in the United States Air Force Delayed Enlistment Program, and he's training to be an electrical engineer systems analyst. He's also very experienced in working with computers. He can take an IBM computer apart and put it back together again. Jeff enjoys listening to lots of styles of music. He loves DJs, mixes, and progressive sounds. He is a raver. Ravers breakdance, groove, sway, and the dance and the feeling of the music on the dance floor. His best feature is his eyes. However, if he could change anything about himself, he would rather not drool on his pillow when he sleeps. Besides flirting with the girls at Cimarron, Jeff realizes the time has really flown from his days as a sophomore to the last days of his senior year. He has come to realize that teachers deserve more credit for teaching at this overcrowded school than they get. Thank you, Jeff. His most embarrassing moment. Jeff says, the garage was stuck, so I thought I should loosen it with a wrench and realign it. He bent down to grab the wrench at his feet. The garage fell down and knocked me over my head. As I got up on my feet again, I heard a honk honk. Car drove past me down the street. I was quite embarrassed by the whole affair. Jeff is a single guy who likes to be original, but in an ethical, moral way. Jeff, why do you want to be Mr. Spartan? Uh-oh.
I believe myself to be a patriotic citizen of this country. I always do my pledge to the flag. I respect this school and my country. I feel I have well-rounded and interesting capabilities. Thank you.
Contestant number 3, Mr. Chet Lenczewski. Chet's a busy 17-year-old senior, active in student council, plays on both the football and the wrestling teams for CMHS. This year he'll be modeling in the DECA fashion show and dancing with the infamous Silver Stud Squad. In his spare time, Chet likes to work out, play football, kick field goals, and work on his Datsun. Yes, they still make those. In fact, when Chet isn't helping elderly women cross the street every chance he gets, he's active in a car club that specializes in the restoration of old Datsuns. Chet has a plethora of talents, one being his ability to do impersonations. You may see one later today. He has an extraordinary job of finding capabilities. Aside from flirting with the girls, here at Cimarron, Chet has learned that teachers are people too, and that they are willing to do whatever it takes to help the students who need and want it. Like many of his contestants here tonight, Chet's best physical attributes are his smile and his derriere. Chet's most embarrassing moment. In 6th grade, he was playing foursquare. When he bent down to hit the ball, he tore the whole rear end out of his shorts. One thing Chet would like to share with the ladies in the audience is that he is single. Anyone interested should see him after the show. Chet, why do you want to be Mr. Spartan?
Well, Gary, I feel that I'm Mr. Spartan because I'm involved in several student, activities and whatnot. I'm involved in football, wrestling, student council. And I've also been blessed with characteristics such as I'm charming, witty, and fun-loving, And I really could use the prize money to perhaps purchase a permanent tube.
Thank you, Chet. Contestant number 4, Mr. Ike Oleikabe. Ike is an active 18-year-old senior who plays on the CMH basketball team and runs track and field. In his spare time, he likes to watch TV, talk on the phone, and hang out with his girl. He enjoys drawing, cooking, and cutting hair. He likes to listen to rap and the rhythm and blues. Rap gets him going, the R&B calms him down. Aside from flirting with the females here at CMHS, Ike has attained leadership skills, and he learned how to be himself. His best physical attribute, his smile. If he could change anything about himself, he would like to be more compassionate and more romantic. Ike's most embarrassing moment. Obviously, during a basketball game, he was de-pantsed in a basketball all-star game. It probably would have been that bad if he hadn't been wearing green compression shorts underwear. Ike wants all the girls in the audience to know that he is cool, outgoing, and funny. Ike, why do you want to be Mr. Spartan?
I feel if I become Mr. Spartan, I'm cool, calm, collective.
The three things, baby.
I know just how you feel. Contestant number 5, Mr. Rob Williams. Rob is an 18-year-old senior who is active in school. He plays football and runs track, and he's a member of the Creative Writing Club. His outside activities include being active with his church youth group, hanging out with his friends, and four-wheeling with his father. Rob also enjoys drawing and painting. He loves the unique sounds of Joe and the Polka Dancers, and their new smash album, Polka for You, Polka for Me. Bob feels his best physical quality is his eyes, which are a brilliant blue. If he could change anything about himself, it would be his eyes. It would be his ears. Sorry, Rob. His most embarrassing story. He was in the 6th grade. He walked into the girls' restroom, believing it to be the boys' restroom. He glanced around, and besides not having stand-up toilets, the bathroom was filled with girls, along with the smell of hairspray and perfume. One thing that Rob would like to share with him about himself is that he thoroughly enjoyed being part of this 1996 Mr. Spartan pageant. Rob, why would you be the best Mr. Spartan?
I think that Mr. Spartan should be a well-rounded, good guy.
Contestant number 6, Mr. Chris Brenner. Chris Brenner is a 17-year-old senior who likes to spend time with his girlfriend, Kristen, playing the guitar, lifting weights, and watching Saved by the Bell in his spare time. Chris is senior class president and actively participates in National Honor Society varsity football. He has been seen in the Decca show, and he is performing, of course, with the Silver Studs. He currently works at the most happening restaurant in town, Smoke Ranch Junction. Sumo wrestling, dancing at YMCA skits, and speaking French are some of Chris's talents. He listens to alternative and hard rock music because it gets him hyper. Chris says that the valuable experiences he has learned from being at CMHS is that spraying pepper spray is an easy way to get a ticket to the dean's office. He's also learned some good leadership skills. Chris thinks his nose is his best physical attribute, because it accentuates his Polish ethnicity. If he could change one thing about himself, it would be to be taller, so he wouldn't always be in the front row for team pictures. His most embarrassing story. One of the most humorous stories last year when he tried to display his masculinity to everyone, so he beat up Amber Bolton and gave her a black eye. Mr. Brenner also has one more thing to share with us. He has received 3 congressional nominations to the Naval Academy and was appointed to the Naval Academy and at West Point. Mr. Brenner, why would you like to be Mr. Spartan?
Well, I think I have the gentleman and humbling qualities it takes to be Mr. Spartan. And if I don't win Mr. Spartan tonight, I'm going to win with my head held high, a smile on my face, because the important thing is that we're all winners and we're just here to have fun. Thanks.
Contestant number 7, Mr. Ryan White. Ryan is an 18-year-old senior who enjoys playing golf, roller hockey, and working on cars. In school, he has performed with the infamously talented group, the Silver Studs. Ryan works at Tom Coward Lincoln Mercury as a service boarder, and he does stereo installations. His talents are underwater basket weaving and hibachi cooking. Ryan listens to alternative music because it is better than rap. Aside from flirting with the females, Ryan appreciates the education he's received at Cimarron Memorial, especially the part where he learned how to party. Party 101. His best physical features are his eyes, his legs, and of course, the same derriere. One thing he would change about himself is his hair. His most embarrassing story. He went on a date one time with Pamela Anderson, and while kissing her, discovered that she did indeed have an Adam's apple. I don't write them, I just read them. Ryan, why would you like to be Mr. Spartan?
Well, I feel that if I won Mr. Spartan, then I would feel very, very dedicated to this event, and I'd be very grateful.
Our next contestant, number 8, Frank Farina. Frank is a 14-year-old freshman. In his spare time, he enjoys playing golf, reading, traveling, tasting new foods, going to movies, and playing basketball. He serves as a freshman rep for student council. He's active in the multicultural club. He also played Francisco in the student production of West Side Story. He's been collecting comics books since he was 5 years old, and he has a red belt in Taekwondo. Frank's talents include straight A's, trivia knowledge, acting, and doing impersonations. Not to mention being that cute is a talent too. He likes listening to rap, rock and roll, the oldies, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And aside from flirting with females, student council has given him experience in being a team player and the satisfaction of fun of being involved in school activities. His best physical attribute is his smile because his whole face lightens up. Frank's most embarrassing moment. At this year's Student Council Conference at Silverado High School, we played a get-to-know-you game with some other high school members. Each guy had a letter of the alphabet, and each girl had a number. When my number was called, the number for a girl was also called. The girl was supposed to kiss you before you kissed another girl. Unfortunately, the lucky girl that was to kiss me accidentally got a bloody nose instead of a kiss because my head hit her straight in the nose. Frank also has the last thought to share with us. In the 2nd grade, if I did not feel like taking a test, I would fill out my Scantron by making patterns out of the A's, the B's, and the C's, just like my last test. But thanks to my family, who was always there for me, and all my teachers who never gave up on me, I turned myself into someone I am proud to be. I will always be grateful to the people who made a difference. Go Spartans. Frank, why would you like to be Mr. Spartan?
I feel I would be the best Mr. Spartan because I have the 7 ingredients that would best represent Cimarron. S for spirit, P for pride, A for attitude, R for respect, T for trust, A for academics, and especially N for the nerve to enter this contest.
Contestant number 9, Mr. Fadi Azar. Fadi is a 17-year-old senior. In his spare time, he likes to reach out to the community and help small woodland creatures through the FAWF, the Fadi Azar Wildlife Fund. He's also a member of the National Honor Society, third year and captain of the Silver Studs. He will, of course, be participating in the fashion show. His hobbies and job include working at Terrible Herb's Car Wash on Sahara and Buffalo for all of those ladies who are wondering where to find him. Free car washes for all of the lovely ladies. Fadi says that many of his talents go unnoticed. His best features are his legs, shoulders, and his goatee because it tickles. Fadi would like to be more courageous to talk to girls because he thinks he is too shy. His most embarrassing moment. Fadi was at Wet and Wild one day. Halfway through the lazy river, he discovered that his trunks fell off as he was getting out. A final note. Fadi is a single guy looking for a girl who's willing to listen to what he has to say because he loves to hear what the ladies have to say and he enjoys listening to them. He loves to make the ladies laugh and smile. Fadi, why would you be the best Mr. Spartan?
Well, Gary, you stud muppet. And, wow, you judges look pretty good today. But, I know I'm not the best looking guy. I'm not the greatest athlete. I'm not the smartest guy. But I think the two most important components to being a Spartan is attitude and personality. Wait a second, I won best personality, didn't I? Well, here you go!
Nothing more to say? Contestant number 10, Mr. Justin Angelo. Justin is an 18-year-old senior who in his spare time enjoys going to the gym to scope out the women. This will be his third year performing in the Silver Studs, and he will also be one of the captains. He is also involved in DECA. His talent is that he knows how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. Justin likes to listen to slow jams because it does indeed set the mood. Besides flirting with girls, the valuable experience Justin has gained from CMHS is acquiring the talent to pop open the door to get into school and spit water into the Coke machines to get a free soda. Good man. His best feature is his eyes, yet he would like to change his ego. His most embarrassing moment? On our football trip, he was taped up and put into the elevator and sent to the bottom floor. When the door opened, there stood the football coach. Boy, did he feel stupid. Justin, why would you be the best Mr. Spartan?
The reason I like to be Mr. Spartan is because inside these clothes is a big hump. During my reign as Mr. Spartan, I promise not to bow down to any sponsors. I'm the right choice, thank you.
Contestant number 11, Mr. Chad Wood. Chad is an active 17-year-old junior. He will be the student body president next year. He plays on the basketball team and the volleyball team. He's also a member of the Future Business Leaders of America, VICA, and the National Honor Society. His many talents include flirting, getting along with others, and of course, smiling. Thank you. Any kind of music appeals to him because he is a diverse, easygoing kind of guy. Aside from flirting with the females, Chad has gained valuable leadership and communication skills from attending CMHS. His best physical attributes are his deep eyes and his bright smile. However, if he could change anything about himself, Chet would change his great style and personality to make it a little more fair for all of the other guys at CMHS. His most embarrassing moment came at UNLV as he was walking through the parking lot after a concert. He was with a group of people, and besides us, there was a group of ladies. He was trying to act cool and get their attention. As he walked over to them to start a conversation, maybe trying to get a phone number, he tripped over a curb and fell flat on his face. However, there is a lesson to learn. Even though they laughed, I still got a phone number. Chad wants the ladies in the audience to know he's a romantic and a ladies' man in every way. Why would he be the best Mr. Spartan?
I think I'd be the best Mr. Spartan because I possess all the many qualities of the Mr. Spartan. But also, most of all, it's because I treat ladies with utmost respect. Thank you.
Contestant number 12, Josh Haldeman. Josh is 16 years old and a junior here at Cimarron. Besides leaping across the piles of clothes in his room while balancing mugs of root beer on his forehead, Josh enjoys taking senior citizens golfing at Sun City. While at school, he plays volleyball, football, runs track, and participates in push-up contests. Outside of school, Josh golfs, works at the library, and enjoys attending traffic school. His talents include a knack for accessorizing, a flair for appropriate dress, and an amateur video movie-making talent. Josh listens to classical music, of course, because it soothes the savage beast within his soul. Of course, another of his favorites is the Hungarian polka. We won't see that, will we? Thanks. Aside from flirting with the females of Cimarron, Josh has become very close with his English teachers and has learned to look up to Coach Spencer as a father figure. His best physical attributes are a combination of his legs, which lead to his derriere. However, if he could change anything about himself, it would be his feet, because the ladies don't really appreciate all of the corns on them. His most embarrassing moment. While he was on a date with an older girl who he was trying to impress, he was showing off on how much liver and onions he could eat when he vomited on her dress. Thanks for sharing. Just in case some of you ladies in the audience were not aware, Josh is an Aries. He enjoys romantic evenings of dining and dancing. In fact, he is seeking a blonde companion full of energy and willing to try new things. He would like to vomit on her too. Josh, why would you like to be 1996 Mr. Spartan?
First of all, how are we doing today, guys? I feel I would be the best Mr. Spartan because while some people are out here for the fame and others are out here for the money, I just want to donate the urines to charity. And with this money that I will donate, if I win, I will donate it to Cimarron Memorial High School to bring more pride to the school. Thank you.
Contestant number 13, our final contestant, Mr. Raul Klein. Raul is a 16-year-old. He's sophomore class president. Not only is he active with student council, but plays soccer and volleyball for CMHS. Also a member of the National Honor Society. When he's not busy with his outside activities, Raul enjoys whale watching and being a men's ambassador for women. In Raul's spare time, he experiments with plants by playing music to them to see if they will dance to it. Raul's talents are making rats dance and making girls faint. His most favorite is balancing a marble in his belly button. No, thank you. Raul listens to all types of music because he is all out type of guy. Aside from flirting with the girls, Raul has gained many valuable lessons from his time at Cimarron. One lesson that comes to mind is not to mess with Miss Corrado at 6:45 on a Monday morning. In fact, he has learned not to mess with her on any day or any time. Raul says his best physical attribute is his right toenail. If he could change anything about himself, it would be his left toenail. Raul's most embarrassing moment. Back in the days when he was a boy, before I became a man, I used to rollerblade almost every day after school. One day I was gliding down the street. I noticed a fine-looking woman that was also skating around. I thought I would try to impress her by doing a 360-degree turn in the air. When I got right up next to her, I jumped as high as I could and began to spin in the air. I scared her so badly that she... I scared her so badly that she... no. She tried to, impress the jump. Okay, and my right arm smacked her right in the jaw. We both fell, but at least she landed on top of me. I limped my way home after getting chewed out for my stupidity. Raul, why would you make the best 1996 Mr. Spartan?
Well, I think I'd make the best Mr. Spartan because I'm all out, spirited, warm, But besides that, I'm gonna raffle the money off to Contempo for a free shopping spree for all you ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have met all 13 of our contestants tonight. Now, the second round. We are going to bring them out. This is their individual section. They're going to be dressed in costume. And they are going to be asked one simple and easy question. Of course, we hope that you don't have to figure it out. Are we ready? Are we ready out there? All right. We are going to our first contestants, Vaughn Stewart, and that's number 1 for our judges, and number 5, Rob Williams, will be performing together. Numbers 1 and number 5, you are on.
I got
Now the big question. Vaughn and Rob, who are your idols and why?
My idol Cher, because in the 70s she represented free women. She was her own person. She didn't bow down to anybody, and I think that represents a lot in the world.
Sonny Bono, he was a rebel back in his day, but now he's working with the government as a congressman in California. He's working for the government, for the common good of the people. Peace.
Thank you, Sonny and Cher. Contestant number 2, Mr. Geoffrey Taylor. Mr. Taylor, who is your hero and why?
James Dean is my idol because he's raw, cool, and original, both in his dress and his appearance. James Dean is the original rebel without a cause. I believe all teenagers resemble to him, and will always be a classic symbol forever and on and on and on. James Dean, yeah!
Contestant number 3, Mr. Chet Lenczewski. Can anybody guess who his idol may be and why? We know the idol. Why?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, my idol is Elvis Presley. For one, some people say that it looks like me, so naturally it's quite good looking. And it's quite a hard thumb and has a way with the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Long live the king!
Thank you, Chet. Contestant number 4, Mr. Ike Oleikabe. Your idol is? Your father. And why?
The reason why my dad and my father,
We know why. Just tell us why he's your idol.
Screw your mom! My dad is my idol because he's been there this time he's back. Yeah, rise up and see what I can do. The most important my dad has done today, then he's been
Contestant number 6, Mr. Chris Brenner. So who may be your idol and why?
Well, Michael Jackson is my idol because that man's got some rhythm, and I don't have any of it. I've been trying all my 17 years to get some rhythm, and I still don't have any. That's why he's my idol.
No argument from the podium. Okay. Contestant number 7, Mr. Ryan White.
This better be good.
Who is your idol and why?
My idol is Bozo the Clown because he gets to play childish games and act stupid in front of everybody, and best of all, he gets paid for it.
All right, contestant number 8, Frank Farina. We hope you can talk through that. Frank, who is your idol and why?
My idol is Mr. Potato Head because no matter when things are always falling to pieces, he manages to put himself back together and live life.
Good job, Mr. Potato Head. Contestant number 9, Mr. Fadi Azar. Certain things on stage. That's not one of them.
Why? What's wrong with this? I don't get it.
How can you follow and act like Mr. Potato Head and then do this? Who's your idol and why?
Well, if I can't do this, I guess I have to be a model for shorts, I guess.
What were you going to be?
Can I do that?
What were you going to be?
I was going to be a male entertainer, but I guess that's not going to happen, so
Still a family show. All right. Contestant number 10, Mr. Justin Angelo. I don't know when to ask the question. Who is your idol?
A cowboy.
Okay.
Because
Go ahead.
I'm quick with my hands. I'm a straight shooter. I don't shoot blanks, and when I aim to win.
the talent has gotten much, much better. Contestant number 11, Mr. Chad Wood. Who is your talent? Who is your talent? Who is your idol? And why?
My idol is Don Juan DeMarco, the world's greatest lover. I think the reason's pretty self-explanatory. In fact, when I walked in here, I saw a beautiful girl in the front row. You know Mrs. Rose?
You may not tear up all the rest of the contestants' papers after that. You must keep them. All right. Contestant number 12, Josh Haldeman. Josh, who is your idol and why?
My idol is John Travolta. As we've all enjoyed in his movies, Staying Alive, for example, and Grease, and also Pulp Fiction, we realize he has a way with the ladies that we all enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Our final contestant, number 13, Raul Klein. We're all wondering, who is your idol and why?
My idol is Wesley, the farm boy from The Princess Bride. The reason being because the man dressed in black's mask is nothing but a humble, loving person who knows how to treat his woman like a princess.
Thank you, Raul. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this portion of the 1996 Mr. Spartan Pageant. While we are setting up behind for the final one, we also have for you today a raffle. So in this brief intermission, please, I assume that all of you have tickets. Miss Stephanie Chapman and Miss Mandy Orla will be handling the raffle.
Okay, can we have the house lights, please, guys?
Number 13. Some luck in that one. What is your favorite possession?
My basketball. The reason why is because it helps me work on my skills and I need to develop my game so I can be a better person.
Thank you. Mr. Rob Williams. Number 4. Where is the one place you would like to travel and why?
I would have to say France because there's beautiful people and beautiful art.
Thank you. Contestant number 6, Mr. Chris Brenner. Number 7. If you could pick a TV family to describe you and your family, who would it be and why?
TV family I'd probably pick is the Morris family from Saved by the Bell. Because Zach's my hero, my second hero, Michael Jackson, and I love him.
Contestant number 7, Mr. Ryan White. Number 6. How would you ask the woman of your dreams to marry you?
I would get down on my knee, give her the ring, tell her I loved her, and ask her if she would marry me and take me in her life forever.
Thank you. Number 8, Mr. Frank Farina. Number 3, what cartoon character best describes yourself and why?
I'd have to say Donald Duck because he makes everybody laugh and that's what I really like to do. And he's got somewhat of an attitude, which is also me. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. 9, Mr. Fadi Azar. Number 1. If you were stranded on a desert island, name 3 things that you would want to take with you.
Okay. 3 things I want to take with me to a desert island would be 3 girls. Food, water, and a lot of love.
Number 10, Mr. Justin Angelo. Number 5, if you were an animal, and you are, what kind would you be? What kind of an animal would you be, and why?
I guess I'd have to be a puppy. Because it's adorable and likes to be cuddled.
Number 11, Mr. Chad Wood. Question number 10. Describe your most unique quality.
My most unique quality? It'd probably be my ability to dance the polka while singing songs on my head. I can do it.
Number 12, Josh Haldeman. Number 12. Of all of the people whom you know, who do you most admire?
I most admire Greg Spencer. I had a football coach at Cimarron Memorial High School. As we all know, he is vulgar, disgusting. These are all admirable qualities which I would like to possess.
Number 13, our final contestant, Mr. Raul Klein. number. Number 9. If you had a chance to be older or younger for a day, which would you choose and why?
I would have to say older, because being older, you know a lot more. You know what you should have done and what you could have done. Then coming back to myself, I can do all those things. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the formal wear portion of our show are 1996 Mr. Spartan contestants. Musical portion, Miss Christina Joyner. know it was an extremely tough call. You don't know how difficult this is for them to put this all together and then come up with their own routines and do everything that they've done tonight. No losers. Everybody did a fine job. You've heard the speech before, but it is absolutely true. And we are now awaiting the results from Miss Getty.
I want Chet.
We all want Chet. All the girls want Chet. I have the results. First of all, we would like to give away Mr. Congeniality, which is $25, to Mr. Fadi Azar. All right. Our second runner-up, also $25 richer. Thank you very much. Our second runner-up, Mr. Chris Brenner. Our first runner-up receives a prom ticket. Our first runner-up, nicely done, Mr. Justin Angelo. We would like to bring out now the trophy, and the 100. We have a trophy, a banner, and $100 cash ticket, if we could have the ticket. A $100 prize, and again, thank you very much. Our winner of all of this in 1996, Mr. Spartan, Mr. Chet Lenczewski.